lost the sheet now. Very good, man. Is that yeah, that's all. Yeah. Good evening, councillors, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this special council meeting. I'm Councillor Dale Broughton, Leader of the Council and Chairman of the Cabinet. To my left is Councillor Mike Gilbert, Deputy Leader of the Council and Vice Chairman of the Cabinet. Before we start the meeting, I need to run through a few housekeeping details. I'd like to remind everyone in attendance this evening that this meeting is being recorded and live streamed on YouTube. Please ensure that you use the microphone system at all times when addressing the meeting. You do not need to move or adjust the microphone, simply raise your hand as usual, wait to be called, and then press the central button to activate your microphone before speaking. Speak clearly and directly so everyone in the room, remote participants and recordings can hear you. When finished, press the button again to turn it off. Thank you for your cooperation as we all get used to the new system. Mobile phones should be turned off or switched to silent mode. Finally, please be advised that abuse or intimidation of any kind will not be tolerated. Any disturbance will result in the meeting being adjourned. Anyone who is deemed to breach these requirements will be warned and asked to refrain, and if the behaviour persists, they will be required to leave the meeting. We will now move to part one of the agenda, the preliminaries. Are there any apologies?
There are no apologies.
Thank you. Does any member wish to declare any interest in respect of any items on the agenda? No. Now we'll move to part two, the agenda items. Local government reorganisation, proposal to government. This agenda item is local government reorganisation proposal to government, which starts on page 1 of the supplementary agenda pack. This is my report, so I'll present it and propose the recommendations. Following a significant programme of engagement with our partners, our communities, businesses, town and parish councils and our councillors, I'm delighted to bring forward to Cabinet this evening our proposal for the future of local government in Greater Lincolnshire, a Greater Lincolnshire for all. The proposal, developed by Boston, East Lindsey and South Holland councils, sets out a bold vision for local government in Greater Lincolnshire, a vision that considers the whole region as per the government's invitation and tackles head-on the challenges around deprivation that are faced in some areas of the county. Our proposal creates 2 new unitary councils that are financially stable and able to deliver for the future. When talking to communities, we heard loud and clear how transport was often their greatest barrier to a happy and healthy life. In some cases, people explained how they are unable to get medical appointments, unable to access education, or simply unable to meet to socialise with friends and family. Our proposal sets out a plan for how this can be addressed. Our work on the proposal started from the point of, if we had a blank canvas, what would we create to meet the government's criteria? Other proposals appear to start from the position of, how do we protect what we have? Looking at it, using these lens simply provides suboptimal solutions and misses the huge opportunity we have to create a new landscape for councils in Greater Lincolnshire that can achieve for those we serve. We have heard a lot about the risk of disaggregation of adults and children's services and a fear factor that if you do something different, you risk lives. Our proposal is primarily about aggregation of these services rather than disaggregation, and we've been guided by expert advice and support in putting this aspect of our proposal together. It can be done safely, as examples from other areas of the country demonstrate. Using independently developed financial assumptions and taking a midpoint position to avoid optimum bias, we believe our proposal will deliver savings of around 221 million over 10 years, with a payback on the initial investment of 4 years. This saving is significantly more than we believe other proposals will achieve. The new authorities would work closely alongside the Mayoral County Combined Authority and seek to support and complement the authority's role. The final proposal is being considered by all partnership councils this week and must be submitted on Friday. This proposal has been agreed at both South Holland and East Lindsey councils on Monday and Tuesday this week. We firmly believe our proposal best meets the government's criteria and best delivers for communities in Greater Lincolnshire. So I ask that Cabinet recommends and approves the proposal for local government reorganisation, Appendix A, for submission to government, and delegates authority to the Assistant Director of Corporate in consultation with the Leader of the Council to make any changes, additions that might be required between the cabinet meeting and submission to government, and to submit the proposal. Thank you. Right, we now lead on to is there a seconder for this? Councillor Ghost. Are there any questions on this report? Councillor Baxter.
We've gone to meetings with parish councils. So from a resident's point of view, can I just ask then, any suggestions they've made or any considerations have now been included in this submission? I know as cabinet members or members of the council, we've suggested certain things. Well, for example, a case study to do with how East Lindsey deal with aging people and stuff is now included as a case study. So can I just ask from a resident's point of view then that you feel that this submission has addressed all the questions, hopefully, that residents have raised at these consultations, please?
Thank you, Councillor Baxter. The amount of consultations with partners, communities, everybody's opinions have been took into what they've brought out. We've been all across the county meeting with everybody in all areas of the county, not just in certain areas. Anybody who wanted to meet with us, we've tried and accommodated them. And as far as I know, everybody, obviously not everybody's proposals can fit into an agenda, but obviously with all the people we've spoke to, we've listened to everything they've said, and this report I think covers most of it. Have you got anything to add on that, James?
No, I'll just support that comment really, that actually we start from a blank canvas. We have built the proposal out based on the feedback that we've received, so it genuinely does reflect the comments that we've received over the past 4 or 5 months of talking to people. It won't include absolutely everything he said to us, but certainly it's definitely shaped it.
That's brilliant, thank you. I have some more questions.
Yeah, carry on. Yeah.
The other thing I was going to mention is, well, I still can't understand how the options appraisal work. So there are league tables mentioned that if I saw these league tables, my money would be on us getting the submission tax. So obviously it means that we have an adventurous proposal and it's considered to be satisfying the criteria. So can I just ask, when it mentions the options appraisal, for example, it lists us compared to other submissions, and the numbers are wrong, please. It comes under things like local youth and heritage, support evolution, community engagement. So we ended up with a score of 55. So we were on top of the leaderboard. So, but how does that work out then?
Yeah, so I think as part of the main proposal document, you'd see we've done some work around the options appraisal. So within that document, we look at the strengths and weaknesses of all the other proposals that we understood have been developed across Greater Lincolnshire. We then look at that against the scoring methodology, which has then concluded that particular table. We've tried to do the options appraisal in a very balanced way, without any bias towards that proposal. And that's where we've landed in terms of the scoring. So certain things were weighted in different ways, but ultimately this is about scoring the proposals against the government's criteria. So we've looked at those criteria, we've looked at what the other proposals are suggesting. There's then been a weighting and scoring system which has resulted in what numbers have fed through.
Quite logical then.
Absolutely, yes.
Thank you. If I could just mention something else as well. Having been a civil servant and been involved in these kinds of things and worked in local authority, must admit it's very pleasing to the eye. The pictures I love. There's the whole of Lincolnshire. We could use this to try and get people to come to Lincolnshire and live, couldn't we? Or businesses, etc. The case studies. I love the myth busting as well. I must sort of think about when well, I must get my new teeth in. Myth. Anyway, that busted. What I was going to mention is, obviously, this is going to central government. Is this available to the person on the street at the moment, or how will we relay the decision back to our residents?
Obviously, John, with this meeting tonight being live streamed, it's over. All the residents can see this report. They can also see all the other people's reports. And I'm not just saying it. Our report is purely for the benefit of our residents in not just the area, but the whole of Greater Lincolnshire. We believe this is the best proposal for everybody. But yeah, it's there for. This isn't a private meeting. This is out in the open. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah.
a valid point.
Yeah, and like I say, all the consultations we've done over the last 5 months, we've met every person from like parish councils to residents, police, fire, ambulance, everybody we can meet, we've met. So it's been out there. We've obviously discussed everything with them. This is now a public document, 324 pages is out there for everybody to see. So yeah,
I would recommend that residents have a read of it because it's very comprehensive. It explains about the services, all the questions that people ask. So I would say to people to have a read. So thank you.
Yeah. Councillor Butler.
Thank you, Councillor Broughton. Just to follow on, really, my thanks to James Gilbert and the team for formulating such a succinct document that is, you know, it's going out of all the options, in my opinion, that have been put forward. It is the best. It's the most, you know, it ticks the most boxes for central government. I still have my reservations with regard to democracy, but obviously, I think personally having smaller councils is better with better representation. However, this is the way government are going. This is the stipulations that they're putting on us. So, yeah, this is out of, as I say, this is the best one in my opinion out of all of the proposals that have been put forward from all the other authorities. And just to add to that, and just to follow on from what Councillor Broughton and Councillor Baxter have been saying, consultation that yourself and the team have done are far superior of any other of the proposals that have been put forward, in my opinion. The only one that I know that has done any consultation out of their area is Lincolnshire County Councils for the whole of Lincolnshire, which as a Boston born and bred person, I tend to feel that enough goes to Lincoln as it is without, without us being fully controlled by Lincoln, and it's nice to have that localness. I think we need to push further, for our town council. And as I say, I've not heard of anything from the South Stevens proposals or anything like that. So I think shame on them really, because they're not getting their message out as well as you have done. So yeah, happy to fully support this.
Yeah, just to touch on that, Councillor, but the actual LGR proposal is there to reduce costs and savings for local government, and ours, as I've stated earlier on with the numbers, ours gives the biggest savings, so therefore ours meets all the criteria that the central government have issued for the LGR. So you're right in what you're saying. Councillor Goss.
Don't need to touch it. Don't touch it. It's on.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Chair. It's a comment really. So I think the report is very nicely made by James. It's a huge one. Even I have read it in pieces. I think the most important bit when we are trying to join multiple pieces into two pieces, big piece, is financial sustainability, which is being taken care of when we came up with this suggestion. So I'm absolutely supporting this, because this report is it's very, very comprehensive. It's every detail is being covered. So yeah, I think it's good. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Goss. Councillor Sharp.
Thank you. I'm very in favour of our Greater Lincolnshire for All proposal. I believe it offers the most viable and sustainable model for our future of local government in our county. This approach provides a structure that not only protects but enhances outcomes for residents, ensuring that services are responsive, high quality and rooted in the local knowledge that communities rightly expect. A key strength of the proposal is its balanced and considered approach to councillor numbers. It preserves strong local representation while enabling more efficient governance, ensuring that decision making remains close to the communities we serve. By maintaining this connection, we safeguard the local insight that is essential to delivering effective and tailored services. The success of the South and East Lincolnshire Council partnership to date demonstrates that collaborative working across our councils is both achievable and beneficial, SELCP has already proven that we can drive cost efficiencies through shared management and joint working without compromising the standard of services our residents rely on. This track record gives me confidence that this Greater Lincolnshire for All proposal can build on these foundations and deliver even greater resilience and value for money. And finally, I want to express my sincere thanks to all the officers, especially James, who have contributed to drafting this proposal. Their dedication and hard work, which has been undertaken alongside their existing responsibilities, have been invaluable in bringing this vision forward, and their efforts exemplify the commitment we have in doing the very best for our residents.
Thank you, Councillor Sharp. Totally echo your comment, and the work that James, Rob, and then their advisor, the teams have done endless hours. I dread to think the miles they've done in meeting all these different people along with the leaders and everything. But full credit, the work that they have done is, and as well as doing the normal day-to-day work as well. So I can't echo enough the hard work that everybody's put in, and to me, this proposal actually shows the effort and determination we have to make sure our proposal is the one, because we know as local councillors that this is what our residents deserve and need, and I fully back everything. But again, fully back everybody's comments on what we've said about the team who's done it. It's 5 months of absolute solid hard work, dedication, and well done. Councillor Gilbert.
Yes, thank you. Just to further to the comments that have already been made, I think one of the great strengths of this report is the fact that it's been drawn up in the case of South Lincolnshire by people who know the area very, very closely, who are intimately connected with the area. The broad spread of consultation has added another level of graininess to the report. So when you read it, you really get a sense that the people who've written it know what they're talking about and have a real sense of what we need to develop to take local government into the future under the government's proposals.
Thank you, Councillor Gilbert. Totally agree. Like I say, we could have quite easily buried our head in the sand, not got involved, not done anything, but we've hit this head on. We've given it everything we've got, because at the end of the day, the residents are the people who this affects. So us putting our head in the sand and saying we're not going to interact with anything, it's only the residents who's going to lose out. So we've done all we can with this. The proposal speaks all the numbers that central government want from this LGR proposal. So to me, this is the one that they need to pick. So anyway, Councillor Ghost.
Just to add one more point is we already have an experience of working in a partnership. It's just an extension of what we are already doing.
Yeah.
So we already have that knowledge and experience and expertise to moving forward in that direction. So that's definitely a beneficial part of this proposal. Thank you.
Yeah, totally agree. The money the partnership saves since we've all been together shows how collaborative working gets the results. And this is what central government's idea is, to save money and make it more accessible local services. So that's what this report will do. Any other questions? No, like I say, I just want to put a record again, my thanks to James, Rob, and everybody involved. So we'll now move to the vote then. All those in favour? Any against? Any abstentions? No. So the recommendation has now been approved. So that concludes this evening's business. So I'll now close the meeting. Thank you all for your attendance.